Welcome back to High Stakes. I'm Kevin, the newest member of the team. Elevate your betting strategy by subscribing to our channel, ensuring you never miss out on our daily content. For exclusive access to premium betting picks, join our Patreon. Find the link in the comment section below. Stay ahead with High Stakes. Army versus Temple. Army took care of business at home last week, steamrolling Rice in a 37-14 blowout. The Black Knights racked up over 400 yards of offense and were clutch on third down, converting 9 of 15 attempts. Bryson Daly, their dual-threat QB, was a beast, tossing 2 TDs on just 9 passes and racking up over 140 rushing yards with 3 more scores. Army's option offense is a nightmare to stop, and their 6.5 yards per play proves it. They're putting up 30.5 points per game, ranking them 47th in the nation. Even though opponents know the run is coming, Army is still carving up defenses for over 6 yards a carry, averaging nearly 350 rushing yards per game. On third down, they're converting over 50% of their chances, which is elite. Defensively, the Black Knights are locking teams down, allowing just 10.5 points per game. Army's methodical, clock-killing offense keeps their defense fresh and off the field. But even when the defense is needed, they've been stingy, giving up less than 5 yards per play and ranking second in red zone defense. Last week, they snagged 2 interceptions and now sit in the top 40 in interception rate, all while lacking a strong pass rush. Though Rice converted 50% of their third down attempts, higher than Army's usual average, the Knights held them under 300 total yards and limited their rushing attack to under 50 yards. The pass defense will need to stay sharp against Temple. Now, Temple's offense loves to air it out, but Army's secondary has been deadly, with a nose for turnovers. Temple QB E.J. Warner is no stranger to risky throws, and the Black Knights could easily force some game-changing mistakes. The Owls' biggest problem? Their run defense is abysmal, ranking 128th in the nation. They're allowing teams to gash them, and Army's precise option attack is about to give them nightmares. Temple can't stop a traditional ground game, let alone Army's lethal one, which ranks second nationally with 356 rushing yards per game. The discipline of a service academy also plays in Army's favor, meaning fewer penalties and self-inflicted mistakes. It might feel spooky to lay 13.5 points with a team like Army due to their grinded-out style, but against Temple's soft run defense, it feels like free money. My pick, Army minus 13.5 points. After starting the season 0-3, Temple finally notched their first win, beating Utah State 45-29 at home. The Owls had their best defensive showing of the season, racking up over 450 total yards and scoring a season-high 45 points. However, despite the win, they were outgained in total yardage. Quarterback Evan Simon went 17-27 and threw for 5 touchdowns, adding 1 more on the ground. Temple comes into this matchup averaging 19.8 points per game, but they've now put up at least 20 in back-to-back games. That said, the offense has been inconsistent, generating fewer than 5 yards per play. They've been mediocre on third down, converting just 41% of their opportunities. The passing game has been their best asset, with Simon completing just under 62% of his passes. While Temple's offensive line has done a good job protecting him, Simon has a tendency to force throws, which could lead to mistakes. On the defensive side, Temple has struggled, allowing 36.5 points per game, ranking them 111th in the nation. The Owls are giving up just under 6 yards per play, but have been decent on third downs, holding opponents to a conversion rate of under 36%. Last week, the defense grabbed an interception but also surrendered nearly 480 yards of offense, including 3 passes of 25 yards or more. That's uncharacteristic for a unit that ranks in the top 50 in opponent completion depth. However, their biggest concern is run defense, which has been porous, allowing over 5 yards per carry and more than 220 rushing yards per game. They'll need to tighten that up, especially against Army's relentless ground attack. Temple has only cracked 20 points twice this season, and they're about to face their toughest defensive challenge yet in Army. The Owls' offensive struggles don't bode well for the over, especially with Army's clock-draining option offense. The Black Knights are efficient at moving the chains, which will keep their offense on the field and milk the clock further. Given these factors, a low-scoring game seems likely. My total pick? Under 45.5 points.